Alright, welcome. Alright, it's going to be video number 1 for the new project. I'll upload all the lives to YouTube once this is finished, or along the way. I'll upload along the way. Who cares? But step 1 of the new project, I need some colored paper clips. Specifically, some powder-coated paper clips. So this is what powder-coated paper clips coloring can look like. So they start silver. We change their color. So, my little homemade rig here, I've got to fill it up. That's 100 paper clips. And there's no easy or quick way to do this. You just got to do it. Straighten paper clip 100 times. And put a hook in them. You got to put a hook in them. For those of you who don't know how to powder coat, you have to run an electrical current through the metal, which gets the powder to stick to it. So you got to first be able to make sure all your surfaces are exposed and they can't be touching. So this is my little custom rig I made. It works, been using it for years, but unfortunately there's no fast way to do this. Stretch, open, a little bitty hook on the end so it can't fall through. Rinse, repeat. 98 to go. I did warn y'all this wasn't going to be a thrilling show, but this is the back of the house boring stuff that y'all don't normally see. Usually I'll just sit there and do this by myself without y'all watching, but I said screw it. If I'm going to have to do this, y'all can tune in. Get a couple of them ready. And then I'll load all at once. I should probably remake my rig. It's the Mark 5. Maybe I should go to the Mark 6. But it gets the job done. Straightening paper clips. It's gonna be the most thrilling live show ever done. It's heavy on the sarcasm. I gotta do this twice actually. I gotta get to 200, but because I gotta get 2 different colors. I'm going black and gold for the next project. Could just sit there one day just stockpiling them. Powder coating also will give them a little bit of an added protection because unfortunately paper clips are galvanized steel, so over time they start to get a little degraded. Poor Steve, he's like 15. Man, sit, Steve. Powder coating will keep that from happening now. You just can't let them touch one another when you're coating. But we want every stage of this build recorded. This is going to be a little gift for the tattoo artist. Ironically, it'll take me much longer to build this than the tattoo itself took. Now, what's going to be real interesting is the people who watch this on YouTube who are sitting there going for 1 hour straight, however long this takes. hook. The hook's actually a shame because I lose a little bit of the metal, but that's okay. No other way to do it. I've tried every conceivable option. It's been 2 years, man. It's not been 3. Get it right. It's only been 2 years. But I'm back. My stuff is still a mess. Still getting back. I had to go digging through some boxes to find my powder coating gear this morning. I am making a gift for my tattoo artist. But right now, I am simply straightening paper clips to load up to powder coat them. And this is the back of the house stuff that you guys don't normally see that takes just forever and ever and ever. But it has to be done. Otherwise, you don't get any kind of fancy colors. You can always do them with the rubber-coated paper clips, but kind of moving away from those. Full-on powder coating. I've got stockpiles of plenty of colors, but apparently I don't have many powder-coated black at the moment. I haven't really found a great black. It's more like charcoal black. Of course, I still gotta go dig out the colors themselves. I found the rig. And I'm probably gonna have to go down to my basement and build a new hanging hook so I can not electrocute myself when I do this. But I left this stuff 2 years ago, so I don't know where I left anything. We're still digging. Load these up. Little hooks keep them in there so that they can dangle and not touch one another. Extremely important. And of course the rig is metal so that it will conduct electricity through all of the paper clips. Very important. Good news is it only takes me about 2 seconds to unload after it's done. You can just dump it upside down. Shake it. Give it a little shake. So, we load this up, each of those little pieces. Little pieces will then hang on the rack, like so. This is then designed to fit inside the oven on the hooks, and I can hook up clamps to any part of it, and it will conduct electricity through all of them. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. There we go. One done. Need some rubber bands. Can I get a rubber band? Anybody got a rubber band? Rubber band. No rubber bands. Ah, well, I'll just be careful. I won't drop it. That would never happen. Steve, get out of the way. Okay, completed one there. 4 to go. We're 1/5 of the way prepped. And I just got to go downstairs, rebuild the electrocution rig, find all my attachments, hook up the compressor, hopefully find the correct powder colors. Black and gold is what I need to find. And I gotta sit there and let it cook for about 45 minutes after it's electrocuted. Then I gotta let it cool down, and then we can start making stuff. So hopefully I can get all that done today, and we can do another live show tonight where we actually start doing something with them. And I'm probably gonna need to do this process multiple times Maybe. I'll have to do some math. We could do a live show for the math. Oh, Lordy. Get out my pen and paper and start working on the calculations in front of y'all. There is quite a bit of math involved. We did start expanding my other jelly cube off camera. It was a 4x4 we completed the other night, but I'm making it into an 8x8. Which is a difference of about 3,500 rings. But it'll get there. It's kind of my when I have nothing to do project. I have to start a new playlist for this project from day one on YouTube. Put all the live shows. I'm gonna assemble as much of this one as possible on camera. The powder coating process itself, kind of hard to do on live just because of my setup. I don't really have anything rigged up in the basement to record. Give it a shot. Not that there's much to watch. I literally just hang the rock in a box and spray it for 10 seconds. Less than thrilling. But I will give it a shot. I don't know how that's stuck in my head. See if that'll stand on its own. Stay. It stood for a moment. Can't miss any holes. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8. 8 more on that one. People's names got much more complicated during my sabbatical. It was like Steve and George and Harry. Now I can't read half people's names. Oh, Johnny Boy, that one I can read. Matthew's just going to be Matt. Matthew's too long. Nobody calls me by Matthew. Joseph's an easy one. We'll take that one. The other reason I usually do this one off of live is so I can just sit there on my couch and watch TV while I do this. Method to the madness. Still have not found my other pliers. Two more to go on that one. Hello, Marla. Hello, Brown Labs. And I said, hardware store to replace the pliers that I threw away. Hello, user 3839139159522. Just make a name. Like, how hard is that? Come on, man. It takes 2 seconds. And 2 done. 3 to go. Next up. Do this one a little differently. Save the pliers to the last step. Hello, Zach. Hello, Bobby. People on YouTube are like, who the hell is Zach? Don't worry about YouTube. Don't worry about it. Definitely going to go down as one of my quietest lives. We just hanging out, straightening paper clips. That's all we're up to. Opinion on cheese. I'm a Manchego fan. Manchego is my cheese. Sometimes a nice Gouda, but Manchego is my cheese. Hello, Caitlin. Or Kelatin, or... Oh. I am preferential to Office Depot paper clips, but they're very easy to buy because they sell them by the 1,000. And there is a difference in paper clips. Do not doubt. Just never get the kind that have the little lines on them that's supposed to be like the no skid. They will break. That's a weak point. They designed a weak point into the clips. Idiotic. I used to buy wire. Wire is no fun. There's no challenge in wire. Nobody likes wire. It's been 20 years. Now let me take the tops on these. Any of our late joiners who are only just now tuning in, you were warned that this was going to be a boring one. That's it. This is all we're doing. We're just straightening paper clips. That's it. I'm just gearing up for another project. We're doing nothing here. So if you've tuned in to see some artwork, you're going to be sorely disappointed. All of this is required in order to do it, though. I guess. See if I can get my tripod and light downstairs in the basement and set all that mess up. But there's really not much to it. It's going to take me longer to set up the light and everything than it will to actually do the coating. This is going to be a little thank you for my tattoo artist. And this is day one, moment one of that project. So we're going to try to film as much of it from start to finish as possible. And then put a playlist together. I mean, I should be able to film 99% of it. I'm not going to film it when it's cooking in an oven, because that's just, yeah, that nobody's watching that. I mean, I highly doubt many people that are going to be watching this part of it, but yeah, there's definitely nobody going to tune in just to watch it cook in an oven. Well, I guess maybe there's going to be some really weird dude out there somewhere. But we're gonna skip that one. I am not gonna do a live show, just camera pointed at the oven for 45 minutes. That's not happening. That one's done. That's 3. 2 to go. No shortage of paper clips, though. Although this is a cruddy looking one. Garbage. Corrosion. Good. It's the one downside of the galvanized steel. But once they're powder coated, that problem goes away. Acts like a protective barrier around it. And I do have chrome powder coat as well, if I just want to keep them as silver. But I don't usually go through the process of doing all this just to get more silver. Not unless it's for some project that I really want to make sure lasts. Motion detected on my outside security camera. I'm sure it's a squirrel. What sitcom was that from? It's definitely old. Garbage. Garbage. Acceptable. Garbage. Garbage. Not all clips are made equal. Well, that's like your fault, Laura. No, I haven't been around. Strap in, Laura, because we're doing very exciting stuff today. Not really. Stay on handle. Dun, dun, dun. Oink. The glamorous part of Paperclipart that nobody ever sees. Then after they come out of the powder coater, I do still make jelly cubes. I do indeed. It's a jelly cube. It's more like a rectangle. Here, I got my... That's not paper clips, though. That's drop sealing wire. I still like drop sealing wire. It's good stuff. Good cost to length to durability ratio. And it's powder coatable. Same thing though, in order to do this, I also have to cut it into little slivers and put the little hooks on it, exactly like I'm doing paper clips. That's all drop sealing wire. Previously coated. The loading. Go in there. One to go. I think I got 20 per row. $17. All right, so count this: 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Wrap up the stage 1. Now, by recording everything, though, I will know exactly how much time I had to put into this project. I'm always curious about that thing. I'm going to say 60 hours. Nah, I'll say 20. 60 is way a little bit excessive. I am back. Thank you, Riss. Yes, I am back. And we're doing some real exciting stuff here, straightening paper clips today. Or at least a few more. Could use those rubber bands. I thought I bought some rubber bands. Probably did 2 years ago. I don't know where they are now. Yeah. That's one. They're all going to get wrapped around a coil, so they don't need to be perfectly straight for this. Just straight enough so that they can dangle. Dangle and not touch one another. I'm doing black and gold, which means that I'm only halfway through, because I'm going to have to straighten out another 100 for the other color. But I'm not going to do that right now. One color at a time. One color at a time. Although technically I do need both colors simultaneously. But I can only spray coat one at a time. Unless I buy a second oven. And build a second set of rigs. Guess I could, but no real need. Oh, second set of power. Yeah, we'll stick with one color at a time. I am making a gift for the guy who did my tattoo. Okay, so now I got 5 of those. I go on this. Now I gotta remember. It's been sitting in a box for 2 years. I gotta make sure my adjustments are all still accurate, but take care of that off live in a minute. Gotta find the rest of my racks. I probably could have made more. Or I can go to the hardware store and make some more. I don't know why I was thinking this thing only held 5 of these. So Apparently, I definitely intended this for 7. Alright, now we just gotta go electrocute them and throw them in the oven. So I'll be back in... Well, they gotta cook and... at least an hour. I will record the powder coating process, but I'm not going to live stream the powder coating process simply because it's only going to be like, I don't know, 2 minutes of film. 30 minutes of setup, 2 minutes of film. I'll be back.